Today's video, I decided to jump back into marijuana stocks. I did post a few of these videos a couple months ago, most notably with CRON, as well as this company here, CGC Canopy Growth, which is what we'll be focusing this video on. There is a number of companies in this space, a lot of potential growth. And as you can see from the growth so far in these companies, quite explosive. 21.16% over the past 1 month of trading for Canopy Growth. 3 months, 50.94%, 1 year, 50.48%. So incredible growth. And as we'll see in this video, most of the companies in this space, in the fledgling marijuana space, are experiencing abnormal growth right now, I would say. I think there's maybe a little bit of a bubble, but moving forward, I think this will be a very lucrative investment. A lot of this has to do with this company here, STZ Constellation Brands. Take a look at the bottom. This is in the alcohol space. This is a very large producer, marketer, as well as distribution company for beer, wine, and spirits. One of its most notable brands is the Corona beer brand. Very large company, as you can see in the middle here. 40.96 billion for market cap. And you can see in the middle as well, the emphasis on the investment in the marijuana space with CGC. Again, Canopy Growth here. STZ Constellation Brands infused about $4 billion into this particular company. Has a lot of warrants pending as well, which essentially entitles it to a larger stake in the company moving forward if Constellation Brands so decides. But a lot of this has to do with that big infusion within this company. Market cap has now been pushed over 10.02 billion. Again, one of the largest companies in this space. But there's a number of companies. Bank of America, I included this stock just because for the first time, some of the large institutional banks within the United States have jumped into, at least indirectly, into the marijuana industry. They're still barred from any direct investment in marijuana companies, but I think that will change as legislation in the United States changes, and I think this will impact these companies as well. So explosive growth with CGC, Crown as well, 47.18% over the past 1 month. 3 months, 64.52%. GWPH, this is an older company in the space, not quite as explosive growth, but still very good growth over the past 1 month, 13.43%, and 3 months, 7.5%. ACBFF, this is Aurora Cannabis, another Canadian company like CGC, not currently supported on Robinhood, but again, very good growth. 1 month, 28.16%, 3 months, 40.53%. Number of different companies, just included these companies because I have been following these companies over the past few months. TLRY, another company that has probably the best growth so far, 183% over the past 1 month, and 3 months, 388.68%. And you can see the volume as well. These have been very popular stocks. 6 million for TLRY, ACBFF, Aurora Cannabis, 16 million. I think that's why it's not currently supported on Robinhood. It just couldn't keep up with the volume. GWPH, again, not quite as well known. Again, one of the market leaders initially, but has kind of fallen off with the Canadian companies, Aurora and CGC. CRON here, 10 million for volume, and CGC here, 4 million. So very popular stocks. I think there is probably a little bit of a bubble with regards to the cannabis companies currently, just because of this very explosive growth. But I do believe moving forward, this should be a very lucrative investment. I think this will probably play out over the next 1 to 5 years. But I think if the US market opens up, if federally the legislation changes and it does become available for recreational use within the United States, that is the marijuana products, tobacco, companies may start jumping into funding some of the fledgling companies as well, just like STZ has done with CGC. So I do believe these stocks will probably double, if not triple, over the next 1 to 3 years. Some of the other companies maybe within the next 5 years, but a lot of this depends on changing legislation, as well as companies, again, like STZ here, who infuse company cash into these companies, providing not only support financially, but also on an administration level. I do believe there is a very good investment to be had with these companies moving forward. So I think I'll probably be putting some money into CGC here. But again, I think there is a little bit of a bubble here. A lot of retail investors jumping on with momentum trading here. I think this will probably pull back here, maybe 10 to 20%. If it does, I will be jumping into CGC Canopy Growth. And my next company that I'll jump into would be this company here, Aurora Cannabis. I think these are probably two of the best positioned companies so far. But again, there's a lot of companies in this space, a lot of companies that could turn out to be very good investments, and maybe some even smaller companies that are not on the radar currently. Very low share price could be very good investments if they do have an infusion of cash from another larger company. Again, like STZ putting money into CGC Canopy Growth. But either way, let me know what you guys are doing with these companies. Have you jumped in? I did have some of this stock, I think back in August. Let's take a look at the history. Apparently the history's not coming up here. I did do a day trade, swing trade actually, with CGC here. Not currently showing. Not quite sure why that is. But anyway, I will be jumping into the stock if it does pull back anywhere from 10 to 20%, or at least that's my plan moving forward. But again, want to hear your guys' thoughts on this industry, especially this stock here, CGC Canopy Growth. I do believe, just because of its cash infusion from Constellation Brands, this should be one of the best positioned companies moving forward, not only for Canada, Europe, Latin America, but also for the United States if that space does change and legislation opens up recreational marijuana use in the United States. But either way, let me know. And again, if you guys enjoyed the content on the channel, if you guys enjoyed the video series, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Until the next video, we'll see you then.